Hi friends, Miss Doohan here to help you learn how to find the surface area of a rectangular prism. So we're going to start by drawing a net of the rectangular prism you see on your screen. So I'm first going to start by drawing this base area here, and again you have to bear with my art skills, which aren't the greatest. So let's draw this here. That wasn't too bad. So we've got this rectangular base, and let me switch colors so you can see. I'm going to draw next the right side of this rectangular prism in orange, and so that's going to be over here. Kind of looks like a square, but it really isn't. Then I'm going to take some yellow, and I'm going to draw the left side of the rectangular prism, just like that. Let's see, green, I liked my colors. We're going to draw the back side up here, like so. And I kind of want these to be, whoops, I don't know what I just did there. I want these to be connected, so I'm going to draw that line. Sorry it's so thick. Next, let's draw the front, this guy right here. We're going to draw it here. And lastly, let's get some purple. We're going to draw the top. And I'm going to draw the top right over here, connected to the left side, just as if we took this top and went like that with it. So you know from some of the other videos that I've showed you that you can draw nets for 3D shapes in different ways. So this isn't the only way you can draw the net, but it works for me, and hopefully you can figure out what's going to be the best way for you to draw the net for yourself. So what I want to do next is label my sides. We've got a 6 for the long measurement, and that was that green line up there at the top. Oh, my dog's going to bark. So I'm going to label that. Shush, no barking. And then we know that parallel lines or lines in a rectangle, opposite sides are parallel and they're equivalent. So if this green line here is 6, then that means that this has to be 6, and also this has to be 6, and also this has to be 6. Okay, so we know that all 4 of those lines are 6. So I'm not going to label them because that just gives me too much writing on my tablet here, and I'm going to run out of room. But I want you to be able to see that each one of those lines has a measurement of 6. Next, we need to label this 4 right here. That's where the green and orange lines would come together in our 3D shape. So I'm going to label this 4, and then that is also 4. Now again, because our rectangles are congruent, or our opposite sides are equivalent, we know that this over here is 4, and this here is 4. This is going to be 4, and this is going to be 4, and so on and so on and so on. So we won't label all of those because that would be messy. Whoops, I got rid of my 4 that I wanted to keep. So next we need to label our 2, and that's where the orange and red boxes meet. So that would be this line right here. Okay, so that's going to be 2, and again, opposite sides in rectangles are equivalent. So this would be 2, and this would be 2, and this would be 2, and this would be 2. So you get the idea. So we've got all these sides that are equivalent. So I'm going to put my 2 back over here. So now we need to figure out the area of each one of these pieces. And then, like I said before, with surface area, there's no real fast way to do it. You just have to take all the steps, and it's kind of a lot of steps, but it's not difficult, hopefully. So let's go ahead. I'm going to go back to my green so that we can see exactly what we're doing. what we're going to do first is find the area of this piece of the rectangular prism. And we know that this side, or area for a rectangle is base times height. So we know that the base is 6. Whoa. And the side over here is 4. So the area of the green rectangle is going to be 24, right? Yes, okay. Then let's find the area of the orange piece. So the orange piece, the base is 4 and the height is 2. So those multiplied together is 8. Then let's find the red piece. This red piece here, the base is going to be 6 because it's the same length. This is equivalent to the opposite side up here. So it's going to be 6 times, and then because this length is 2, we know that this length is 2. Okay? So we know that the area of the red piece is 6 times 2, which is 12. Let's find the blue piece next. We know that this line and this line are equivalent to this one up here. So this is going to be 6. And then this side here is the same as this side here, which is opposite of the 4. So that means the blue, the area of that piece is 6 times 4, which is 24. And I don't know if you've noticed, but the blue and the green are exactly the same area. Those two pieces are congruent or equivalent or exactly the same, however you want to say that. So let's do our yellow piece. Now the yellow piece is a little trickier because we don't have any measurements over here, but we know that this length right here, or the height, is the same as this 2 that's over here because it is opposite sides, okay? So that means this is going to be a 2, and then this is going to be 4, all right? So our yellow rectangle is 2 times 4, which equals 8, and it's exactly the same area as the orange one up here. And then last but not least, we have our purple rectangle. So the purple rectangle is going to be 2 on that end and 6 on the top. So 6 times 2 equals 12. Okay, so, and also looking at this again, we know that the purple and the red are congruent or equivalent as well. So all we need to do to figure out the total surface area of this rectangular prism is to add all these numbers up. So we need to take 24 plus 8 plus 12 plus 24 plus 8 plus 12. And as I said when we started, this isn't a super fast and easy process, or a super fast and one-step process. There's a lot of steps here, and it takes a little bit longer than I know most of you like to spend on math, but it's not difficult. It just takes a couple extra steps. So if I did the math correctly in my calculator, which you can use your calculator on these, then we know that this the surface area of this rectangular prism is 88 square units. Hopefully I did that right. If I didn't, I'm sure you'll email me. So there you go.